Forevermore and our love drew blood from its own cold knife. It was a double-edged homicide, an internal crime scene waiting for post-mortem and autopsy reports when we both know only solacing rapport after death, good friends or forensic for the lovesick. Beloved iron oxidized from the moist atmosphere. Our relations were never precepts of frustrating situations. We sharpened one another with each other, mended by our words. After we bonded with red meat and filet steak, red wine as a side. Rapid growth from its iron, heated atmosphere made us expand to where we exploded. Our burning fire crystallized to ice, petrified in death. We took the old saying, iron sharpens iron, too literal, as our love became so sharp it cut through our veins, filled with blood life, promises of bloodlines, now in the line to receive a legal rewrite. They'll never understand why we both chose to take a break. We hovered over them as they blocked the roads, wasting people's day for a solution that's mundane, looking for clues like into the thrillers we promise our future hard to beat. Yellow tape ambiguous, with black lace, death became obvious. We became fossils to be examined. Experiments may revive, but what's pronounced dead should stay override. The forensic officers found evidence, each to their own, blamed me, accused you. We know they would never be acute to the things we had promised to do. As we float overhead, we only seek sympathy. A sadist, we wanna be seen, so we scream in their ears. They hear a spectral whisper. They run away from the idea without even hearing the picture. So in this state of je ne sais quoi, as if they knew to quote, what must we call our new walk? Amicable strides away from past life. We're stalking our bodies we clearly see as past tries. We seek post-mortem to close what was important. Our relationship quota died to the heat. Our unpredictable lives told different stories to varying eyes. In a state of confusion, we question for long as the dead sleep. But what's pronounced dead can be changed to overwritten. Called you in our room, dared to answer, as you dressed up as another girl's groom. What am I to do, showering and pelleting dew alone, thinking about calling another like Drew. The wedding's overdue, but he's a psycho too. Meeting your match, a dream come true to you, but to me it's all I ever do. Widely disgraced, still my kind of taste, my type of leftover pizza. Don't wanna waste, can taste better if I microwave. Passion, fruity juice stuck in drive-through. Don't you remember, or should I remind you? When we met, I said I like the French. You deepened your voice, legato instead. I don't know French, but I want you. You were the wrench to fix broken sockets. The tables turn so rapid. My pockets filled with nails from your twisted habits. One like you drew has a shed in his backyard near his therapist's office. But he's a psycho too, needing your match. A dream come true to you, but to me it's all I ever do. Widely disgraced, still my kind of taste, my type of leftover pizza. Don't wanna waste, can taste better if I microwave. Passion, fruity juice stuck in drive-through. Don't you remember, or should I remind you that I'll go head first at his office. He enjoys my visits, and my mouth space he examines. The words often tongue sarcasm, but if reflect, how can one be a therapist and an engineer so adept? I do no psychotic sense. He must be psycho too, meeting your match. A dream come true to you, but to me it's all I ever do. Widely disgraced, so my kind of taste, my type of leftover pizza. pre-Kuru. On the day we died, I wrote our manuscript because no one else should have it. A memory that'll stick. If manuscripted, we can think about it before the lobotomist comes into the room to try to fix what needs no link. Their love was the etching to scarlet silk fabric. After needles poked about, they played and toyed with one another, solving broken homes and other relationships. The psychotic pair of therapeutic therapists were actually dentists. Smiles so bright, dark insides. Manuscript written, quote manuscripted. Time will test if anyone can truly access our minds to document what has no need to be remembered by anyone else. And the ones who would watch are even sicker to think why we would resist the opportunity for liberating rest. Do they secretly want it themselves? Time spent in the mind, even in rest. Thoughts rambling as we float above skies. Are we still in the line to return back to life? Writing my manuscript took some time to quote. Had to kill the shell of the squid for its ink, because it has some memories that I want to black out. From forever over to evermore, pining over the act of loving forevermore. Their love was the etching to scarlet silk fabric. After needles poked about, they played and toyed with one another, solving broken homes and other relationships. The psychotic pair of therapeutic therapists were actually dentists. Smiles so bright, dark insides. My love was spiraling coil of heated copper surrounding combustible paper, acting as a binder. We'll burn it to shreds and leave only fainter pieces of ashy paper. Manuscript written, quote manuscripted. Time will test if anyone can truly access our minds to document what has no need to be remembered by anyone else. And the ones who would watch are even sicker to think why we would resist the opportunity for liberating rest. Do they secretly want it themselves? Well, we both may need some help, but the dentists are like us themselves. Oh, we both may need some help, but the dentists are like us themselves. Oh, we both may need some help, but the dentists are like us themselves. The sky's the limit, well true. It was off limits for you. We died and rose to the light, turned blind not to the clustered bright, but to the lies of your own hidden plight. The flow of light inside me blue as the sky. Fake happiness presented to the eyes of all who can't see through lies. Clear skies don't mean that clouds aren't there to ride through the stretched lives of the world I reside. The sky's the limit, therapeutic image. True, I get it, but I guess the sky was your limit. I'm too blue to handle your false happiness. The dead are cold-blooded true, no longer human but fitting for the feelings that inside lied. The past tense, looking back was pretense, defiant screaming in both tense. Dead and alive, we love living and repeating nonsense. The fluff of light inside me blue as the sky. Fake happiness presented to the eyes of all who can't see through lies. Clear skies don't mean that clouds aren't there to ride through the stretched lives of the world I reside. The sky's the limit, therapeutic image. True, I get it, but I guess the sky was your limit. I'm too blue to handle your false happy image. Sunrise came vibrant, confusing maze, pretty yet unclear at the sight. Orange mixed with pink and gold, colors of break mixed with renewal and embrace. Set then a clear blue sky, azure expanse, canvas of infinite promise. Tranquil clouds move slowly but surely to relay the warning of the impending thunderstorm. Stormy skies that intensifies, promise turning gray noise. Where did the blue go? It's there but now you see its true form. The fluff of light inside me blue as the sky. Fake happiness presented to the eyes of all who can't see through lies. Clear skies don't mean that clouds aren't there to ride through the stretched lives of the world I reside. The sky's the limit, therapeutic image. True, I get it, but I guess the sky was your limit. I'm too blue to handle your false happy image. Painted as the sky, they all could see the fire burning the soft paper endlessly, hung to be displayed as an award-winning prize for all the turmoil and thundery sky imagery. A clear blue expanse could provide brimstone frame, exotic rocks that burn, while around the critiques consumes my lies, poured from a manuscripted memories wrongfully attained, to convince the world that even the sky has different shades of blue. Whatever's true to you, it can't be truth. Look at how the sky displays its feelings as they grade my pain. Hypocrites long to critique asphalt, stand patience in ice cold rain. One says A, most agree, another brings up class D. The idea of my sinus and writing manuscripts in my mindset. If that's a test, they pass with screaming color. As I burn in anger, wanting to haunt, breathe with thirsting fire, never quench a desire, be taunted and conspired. What they don't know is I was the heat of the kitchen. Class K made reignition. Relationship could always last long with some lasting gas called only blindly listen to the lies of your partner in crime, both committing arson. We burnt our house down, ran outside back then, before even knowing what was top-sided or fit for the lasting fire. We crave passion and longing desires, maybe why we conspire to separate and turn narcissistic liars that are just graves of thirsting fire. Whatever's true to you, it can't be truth. Look at how the sky displays its feelings as they grade my pain. Hypocrites line to critique asphalt, stand patience in ice cold rain. One says A, most agree, another brings up class D. The idea of my sinus and writing manuscripts in my mindset. If that's a test, they pass with screaming color. As I burn in anger, wanting to haunt, breathe with thirsting fire, never quench a desire, be taunted and conspired. Breathe with thirsting fire, never quench drift desire. Considered to leave the gallery of pretense when I depart from my owner's presence. Contracted to work even when it rains. My imaginary engineer couldn't help me then. The one I'd bring up in conversing anyways again and again. Whatever was my want and which was wouldn't. Would you leave her if I said I couldn't? Deal with this party of shouldn't. Stay in one place and you wouldn't anyways. So that begs the question, if we weren't in conditional tense, would you leave her and jump the fence? Whatever was your wouldn't must turn to won't, not shouldn't. Statements aren't definitions, and they wouldn't be definitive if we didn't give them such meaning. Depends on certain outcomes. Question, would you come back home after you finish at her place? In hindsight, maybe you shouldn't. Whatever was my want and which was wouldn't. Would you leave her if I said I couldn't? Deal with this party of shouldn't. Stay in one place and you wouldn't anyways. So that begs the question, if we weren't in conditional tense, would you leave her and jump the fence? Whatever was your wouldn't must turn to won't, not shouldn't. Left if you wouldn't. Come home after you denied all the signs of should. In conditional situationships are intense. A prolonged verse and melody with conditional tense. I would sing to myself late in the night near the bookshelves, drowning in imaginary hiding from our crumbling castle. So whatever was my want and which was wouldn't. Would you leave her if I said I couldn't? Deal with this party of shouldn't. Stay in one place and you wouldn't anyways. So that begs the question, if we weren't in conditional tense, would you leave her and jump the fence? Whatever was your wouldn't must turn to won't, not shouldn't. Whichever was your wouldn't must turn to won't, not shouldn't. Whatever was your wouldn't must turn to won't, not shouldn't. Weightless heart, never heavy, no guilty, for you float amidst the void, with sprinkles of light scattered many for choice lone wolves. Explorer of all the fresh meat on the market, stole our goods as you barged in and ruined the stalls with your machoistic scent. Guess stands aren't the only ones founded on stretched long blackwood. Space always had enough room for grace. Diver, you can always use our platforms, our space for space. Dive in, spice diver. Do you ever stop and consider dying to the idea of running to and fro, frothing and life? Covered your head, crowned as a king with the helmet of oxygen. Breath of cold kisses can make up your life support. Nebulous gravitational pull, your misty allure continues to make all of us never bored, for we always feel something when you're bored. Space always had enough room for grace. Diver, you can always use our platforms, our space for space. Dive in, spice diver. Do you ever stop and consider dying to the idea of running to and fro, frothing and life? finds you more, claim your territory. From Earth back to a sister, Venus. You really know how to treat us. Oblivious, only feelings can keep us tethered to your suit and tie, hanging for dear life. Space always had enough room for grace. Diver, you can always use our platforms, our space for space. Diving, spice diver. Do you ever stop and consider dying to the idea of running to and fro, frothing and lying? Acted a magical time where I felt honored. Position as writer, I posited you as writer. And I was your Rapunzel, favorite amongst all your seasonal damsels. I was the one you'd come back to after a long sweaty day of work. And mother would cook for us, revitalizing strength to your worn out dirt. She'd cook up salads with protein as pallets, side of watermelon. Scrolling, she makes your sugar high. Why? I eat nuts daily and dared not to leave this guy. But you left to repeat all over again. Betrayed your empress, what a compressed gem. Guess it was the best, chose to put it at rest. For mother knew it wasn't blessed. True love wasn't near, just a guest. And it was better off to invest in one arm like the both of ourselves. Mother always knew of my divest, while she never knew it was the best. I can understand, been in mother's shoes. I was promised to be the one who the babes would come forth and be brought into life. And he would forsake all the number twos. Guess death happened before that too. I cook up his salads with protein as pallets, side of watermelon to make him sugar high for me. But tell me why I eat nuts daily and dared not to leave this guy. But he left to repeat all over again with others. Betrayed his empress, what a compressed gem that loves to shudder. Guess it was the best, chose to put it at rest. For mother knew it wasn't blessed. True love wasn't near, just a guest. And it was better off to invest in one arm like the both of ourselves. Mother always knew of my divest, while she never knew it was the best. Entangled in my own hair, made and dressed my bed with noisy problems, willing to share. For this man must be the one I'm inclined to share. But the harvest was reaped before we've even gotten there. I'd cook up his salads with protein as pallets, side of watermelon to make him sugar high for me. But tell me why I eat nuts daily and dared not to leave this guy. But he left to repeat all over again with others. Betrayed his empress, what a compressed gem that loves to shudder. Guess it was the best, choice to put it at best. a silver lining to your golden timing. When I cry, the image of my other boyfriend, you get angry as my reviews descend. I'm here now to mend your expend, as you pretend to console me like a greater type of friend. It works out though in the end. Words that burn like fire, angry but hot, fueled my desires, got off to the thought of your broken heart. Running back, listening to your tongue, swirling to satisfaction. I get to go for the one, a silver line tongue, some words that make you look like the one, serenaded by strokes of silky hard silver. After hours where I'd wait for you to come back and shower, then you'd say you're tired, and so I would let you rest as I admired your diligence to your work. Wished I could be like you and leave so easily. Words that burn like fire, angry but hot, fuel my desires, got off to the thought of your broken heart. Running back, listening to your tongue, scrolling to satisfaction. I get to grow for the one, the silver line tongue, said words that make you look like the one. Staring and passionate dialect, red peppery spice, but I could consume them all night. Feel my desires like a type of stinky bite. Got off to the thought of your broken heart calling on these. Listen to your tongue, scrolling to satisfaction. I get to grow for the one, and the echoes of rarefactions. I get to grow for the one, and the echoes of rarefactions. I get to grow for who's actually has the silver line tongue. We've both said words that'll make us seem like the one. Bloodline jacked, so stoned, robust, eyes like ink, can make light out of it. He's a really big deal and has a really big feel I can't break free from. The feeling that he makes me feel, from head to toes, makes me drawn from his tool, hidden and close. Jeans like Escobar, with dreams like Escobar. The ambitious can never go too far. Got a nose for sniffing out the phony, too A one-trick pony never can see what he sees only. He was 5'10", with the lower guy 5'10". He had nice complexion, but his tone was ever deflection. He's a really big deal and has a really big feel I can't break free from. The feeling he makes me feel, from head to toes, makes me drawn from his tool hidden in clothes. Jeans like Escobar, with dreams like Escobar. The ambitious can never go too far. I was never one to like mustache, and especially the guys with lots of cash, stashed where they can leave easily to buy another catch. But once I got flashed, I could never go back. He's a really big deal and has a really big feel I can't break free from. The feeling he makes me feel, from head to toes, makes me drawn from his tool hidden in clothes. Jeans like Escobar, with dreams like Escobar. The ambitious can never go too far. Really big deal, and has a really big feel, and has a really big feel I can't break free from. From head to toes, makes me drawn from his tool hidden in clothes. Jeans like Escobar, with dreams like Escobar. The ambitious can never go too far. Drew out in the midst of a great situation, due to your mixed gratitude. I hope you tried to find me within your attitudes of taking what you have for granted as mistreated attitudes. Gave you all you needed, all from my needed feelings, and saving for the fee to pay for you to be brought out to bail. Eventually I ran out expended after you said you relented, and the vanities amended. Turned broken, homeless, no more left to give. Stay in jail whilst I forgive. Farewell, farewell. Despite being born psychic, understanding emotional conflict, you morphed into me psychotic. Must there be more to say? Most haven't said anyways, and I must reflect and gather the many days. We fight and laugh to reassess and find any sane thing you could have done to save our displaced pain. Gave you all you needed, all from my needed feelings, and saving for the fee to pay for you to be brought out to bail. Eventually I ran out expended after you said you relented, and the vanities amended. Turned broken, homeless, no more left to give. Stay in jail whilst I forgive. Farewell, farewell. Despite being born psychic, understanding emotional conflict, you morphed into me psychotic. Farewell, farewell. Drew, I wish you were the true one I could only think of if I drew. There was always a sense of when would forevermore end. Would it not be the next time you descend back to your friends? To close off this chapter of dread, let's at least try to bend truth to see what you were true to. You love the ones who never love, neither you nor themselves. Just belts on beds, choked by the thrill of pain and luxury. 5-star motels, all I felt was overwhelmed. Depends whether I wanted to delve or taste a bit of them myself. Maybe that was a light in the room of dim red smell that covered everything. Detached to feelings, I wanted your feelings. Apply my unsettling assets. Whether to examine postmortem and execute forevermore. Reassessed. Worn pages of invisible ink, shipwrecked and route blocked. Locked the passage key couldn't unlock. No longer had I given you when you knocked. So you left after you got a day off from work to get busy with friends. Aren't all your friends guys, so what makes that then? Though admired your dedication to comfort amidst hell. Maybe that was a light in the room of dim red smell that covered everything. Detached to feelings, I wanted your feelings. Apply my unsettling assets. Whether to examine postmortem and execute forevermore. Reassessed. We both could see the red in the room. Flags of territorial claim. Where's the proof of such tame? Maybe you renamed after I deny being named. As you do change the meaning of flames, so I can thank you for letting me see the faint white it contains. Maybe that was a light in the room of dim red smell that covered everything. Detached to feelings, I wanted your feelings. Apply my unsettling assets. Whether to examine postmortem and execute forevermore. Reassessed. That covered everything. Detached to feelings, I wanted your feelings. Apply my unsettling assets. Whether to examine postmortem and execute forevermore. Reassessed.